Nigeria, grants were given to people with disability by Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federation, under the Renewed Hope Initiative. So today we're going to talk about that grant and then talk about other challenges that people living with disability face in the society. Even though being disabled doesn't mean they are not able. So to discuss this in the studio with me, I have three extremely intelligent people that are going to highlight and inform us and make us more aware about living with disability. I have
Muhammad Sani. Just simple, let's keep it simple. Muhammad Sani, good morning.
Good morning, Mohammed.
All right, good morning, listeners. Good morning, and I'm glad to be here in the program. My name is Hajara Muhammad Sambo.
Hajara, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, listeners. I'm Hussein Mundi Yusuf. I'm happy and I'm glad to be with you this beautiful morning.
We're also happy to have you in the studios.
Thank you.
So, listeners, being International Day for people living with disability, we're giving grants all over the nation. That is a laudable project, I think. They were giving grants to help them cushion the effect of hardship that they're living with. So tell me, what modalities were used to select those that were given that grant? And how do you feel about this grant?
Okay. Good morning. Okay. I think the modality they use is people with disabilities that are entrepreneurs, that are already having business at hand or engaging in some form of business, so as to encourage them and also encourage those people with disability that are yet to start anything. Maybe they feel like being disabled, being a disabled person with your disability, you are thinking maybe it's holding you back from chasing your dream or pursuing an opportunity. So the grants is also a means to encourage others, and I think the 200,000 given to people with disability, I think it's going to go a long way. It's going to at least improve some aspects of their lives and businesses. So I think all over the country, this is a good initiative from the First Lady. Yeah. I think this is going to go a long way, and I heard she's going to make this an annual event.
Yes.
So yes. This is a very good, I think, initiative all around.
Okay. What modalities have been put in place to check those that have been given that grant to make sure that it goes to it's channeled towards what it's supposed to be channeled? Hajara?
Okay.
Hajara, can you answer that?
Okay, from what Mala Abubakar, I was in the studio earlier than now, said, he said those people actually did selected the beneficiaries themselves. So it's not about reaching out to the leaders of those groups or leaders of this association, because it is only when you have a middle person, yes, that you have doubts, or as whether this program or this what is it called, this empowerment goes to the people that it's being targeted for. But when it is something that is a one-on-one thing, the people that are bringing this empowerment are the ones that are selecting the beneficiaries themselves. You, as a leader of an association, the only thing they need you to do is to give you the name of that person, and they will locate the person, the contact address of that person, and they will locate the person. So I think being it a one-on-one thing, and they've already clearly stated it that it's for those people living with disabilities that are entrepreneurs. Okay. So you have to be in any business, any known business, to benefit from this, and it is what they had set as a modality of selecting this beneficiaries, and they stood their ground on it, even though it's an initiative from the federal government under the Renewed Hope Initiative of His Excellency the President of Nigeria. The First Lady of Niger State, Hajia Fatima Babu, just like I always want to refer back to what Mana Abakar said. He said she really stood her ground to make sure that that money, those empowerment, that grant is given to the people that it is meant for. That she didn't leave sight until the last person collected his cash donation.
That was really, really.
So
really
you see that answered or addressed to the issue of siphoning or misappropriating the funds.
The funds. Okay, that's a great one. Hussein, you have anything to add?
Yes, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say one or two. What Madam Hajara just said, this empowerment, they collected their address. So for them to be checking if these people are using this money, hiddenly they are supervising them hiddenly. So people that are out there, they never know about this, but they are doing it hiddenly. If you are seeing what you are doing, they will be checking you time to time to see what you are doing. If at the end of the day, you did not do one or two with this money they gave you, if another one is coming, they will remove your
Yes.
Yes, but they are doing it hidden. They are supervising all these people with disabilities that they gave this money. They are doing their supervision hiddenly. Yes.
Okay. No, that is a great one. Yesterday we celebrated strength and resilience of people living with disability, and as the First Lady said, she's going to make it a yearly thing to celebrate them. Okay. Now, as people living with disability, the discrimination, the discrimination about them is really a lot. So how does it affect them? How does it even affect their mental health?
I think, first of all, we as a society need to do better in the way we treat people with disabilities. Just because someone is disabled doesn't mean you should treat them less of a person. Some of them, it was not their choice in the condition they are. So I don't think it's fair to treat them differently. And also, being when you discriminate against someone with disability, it's a way of discouraging and demoralizing them.
Yes.
Especially when they are in a part of a dream they are trying to pursue. So when you discriminate them, you are in a way trying to submerge their confidence or oppress, I think, maybe it would be a tough word, but discriminating against someone in that way really affect your confidence, affect their confidence generally, I think, and that's can also affect society at a whole, because society is stronger when we carry everybody along. You shouldn't just focus on one particular set of people. Everybody should be involved, and this kind of events is to help spread awareness and encourage people with disability, and also the people without the disability to know how to manage and how to coexist together, so that you'll be aware of what to do, what to say, in order to protect also and help people with disability moving forward.
Yeah. So how can we Nigerians change that attitude? How can we change the narrative? Let's welcome.
It is worth of telling when he talked about people looking at people living with disability as beggars.
Yeah.
It's a mentality that we all have, you know, or majority of the people.
How do we
now
change
have
that mentality? That's the question. How do we change that mentality?
I think by a government sensitization program or awareness program. You can use this kind of events like yesterday, maybe a little awareness program to show it should be, I'll put it in a way that it should be celebrated more loudly and proudly, so that everybody knows what kind of, the level of contribution people with disability can give the society. So I think awareness programs, so that people without the disability can know of impact and contribution people with disability bring to the society. Yes, so I think general public government, maybe I think Niger State government already is running an awareness program for people with disability, so as to also encourage them and the citizens to know how they can coexist together. So I think mainly it's sensitization program and awareness programs.
Yeah, I think it's the government, policy makers,
yes,
you know, and the general public. You know, if there is policy on people with disability, and then the society too has to like welcome them.
Yes,
these are not beggars; they are also human beings like us.
Of course, they are not beggars. They are also human beings like us. And if at all we can, because we understand, it all boils down to empathy. Most of the people that do not have proper understanding of the whole situation might just they might be giving them this money or giving them arms out of goodwill. But then, if you want to do it, you actually want to do it out of goodwill, you want to support these people, what you should be looking at is not giving them 1,000, 2,000, or even 3,000, 5,000 naira at a time. What you need to do, or what you need to understand, is this person needs to be empowered.
Yes,
more or less like, don't give me fish,
teach me how to catch
fish.
fish. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't give me fish, teach me how to catch fish. If you really want to help this person, give this person maybe skills acquisition.
Yes.
Maybe a capital to start up a business. Maybe take that person in school if it's still somebody that is of school age, because we know that there are schools that accommodate this kind of people.
Yeah.
So that if you really want to do it, you want to help the society, you want to help this person, especially those ones that are still coming up, because I have special interest on those kids that find themselves in such situations. These are kids that can be nurtured, so that at the end of the day, they will not grow up into adults that will be a liability.
Yes.
They will not grow up into adults that cannot help themselves, neither can they help the society. Yes, because there are blind people that are in school.
Yeah, we've heard of a blind chef.
Yes,
Kaduna, I think
yes,
she cooks.
yes, she cooks, and she cooks well.
Very well.
And now she's in the limelight.
Interesting.
There's someone who is blind and is doing car business. He's a car dealer.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yes. He's living fine.
So I think we
You
should all have a review or rethink of how we treat these people, because if we really want to help them, it's not about giving them 1,000, 2,000 naira or alms. They are not beggars. Let us not turn them into one.
Yes.
Because if one is used to collecting 1,000, 2,000 to sort his issues of that moment, he will still run back to you or run back to another person to get some more money or stipends to sort out business, his own business over time, and not think towards being self-reliant or self-employed or self-sustained.
Yes. Okay.
Like Hajara said earlier about starting from children, I think it's very important, because when a child with disability, I think it's the right moment to start encouraging kids that your disability should not be something that is holding you back from pursuing your dreams.
Yes.
This should be a challenge for you as somebody.
It shouldn't affect your confidence.
Yes. This should be a challenge for you to know that you have to have something that you can overcome. Okay, I have a dream that I pursue. My disability should not be something. Yes, exactly. So I think we need to encourage younger children with disability to encourage them and do.
Let me give you an example of a little girl aged 5 to 6, and she's living with albinism, and then her classmates will always call her albino, albino, and they don't want to play with her, and then it starts to affect her self-esteem. She became withdrawn. From school activities or class activities. She do not have any friend in class. You know, the stigma was already
in her brain,
and then it was already pulling her back, and it started to affect her academic performance. After some time, she started saying, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. The father had to sit her down, because there is this father-daughter bond between she and her dad, and he sat her down and told her, Mama, now, anybody that calls you albino, tell that person that you have a skin they can never have. You have a beautiful skin. And then it quickly registered in her brain and she accepted it. She believed in her class.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Anybody that calls her albino, be it in her school or Islamia, she tells that person, I have a skin you can never have. I have a very beautiful skin.
Oh yes.
And you need to see her face. You need to see her face when she say it.
With confidence.
With confidence. And I don't see anything ever.
Parent engaging in also in this kind of thing.
Yes.
You need to build confidence into your child and let them know this. This isn't an obstacle for you. This is just another challenge for you
to overcome.
Yes.
And your life now is being shaped. How you overcome that challenge can help people living with disability.
Yes, it has been helping people with disabilities, and it will still, it is a good one, and it is a goal for people with disabilities. Like I just said some minutes back, I know of someone, they used to call him Serkim Makapai.
Okay.
Yes, here he's doing. He's a car dealer. So sometimes if I just sit down, I'll just be thinking, how is this man doing this thing? He's living, that is his work. And he's using phone to do that. So if I sit down, I'll just be thinking, how is he seeing these cars that he's doing this his business? So it's helping them. It's just that if you have the mindset, if you go to a class, because there was a time we sit down with him, I was just asking him that, how did you know about all this? And even we that we are just, we think we are,
you have the eyes.
Yes, we have the eyes. We don't even see these opportunities. He said, he can operate
and you have
phone.
to stand up and create those opportunities.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. You see these blind people, they have an instinct that you can never have. Because you are so reliant on your sight. They know money.
Sorry,
they know naira notes.
Let's
Okay,
answer this call.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
People in the studio.
Good morning. May we know your name and where you're calling from?
Particular topic you are talking about, and it's a very good topic. We celebrate you people coming up with a topic like that.
Thank you.
I just want to talk on the area of technology, because it actually has to do with my field.
Okay.
Okay.
The age groups for disabilities, actually they have their own systems, they have their own technology systems that actually help them generally to make sure that they learn just like the normal
Child.
Sometimes when we say the normal people, it means that we are saying that they are not normal, but that's not what we mean. It's just for us to actually describe, and which is not a good description.
Yes.
At this point in time, we have to start seeing people disability, people that have disability, even in the government. We saw the last election how the PDP candidate who we know that he actually has a disability but still run for government. That is the boldness we want from people like that their disability will not bring them down to a particular level that they will not be able to do anything. And then we as individuals, we have to help out too.
Yes.
Our helping hands really plays a vital role in helping them build in their psychological life and even in their emotional states, because with us.
Okay. Okay, Mr. John, thank you very much for that contribution. We have another caller on the line.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. Where are you calling us from? What's your name? Okay.
Founder of Visual Impaired Educational Foundation. I'm also a visual person.
Okay, okay.
Welcome to the
Welcome
program.
to the program.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the PWDs in the world.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the World International Day for Persons with Disabilities.
Yes.
And we really appreciate the efforts of the government that used to make it possible, possible every year to celebrate that day for us.
Okay.
It is a day exercise to, discuss about their fears and the yearnings and challenges of persons with disabilities. I personally, as a visual person, I decided to come up with this foundation because even the mix of the BWDs himself as is the mix of disability cycle community, we the visual and self person we are the most vulnerable, we are being
Yes, yes, you are.
within ourselves in the BWD cycle. So due to that, I look at it only possible that it's possible. The vision said we do face so many challenges in terms of education and policy. Because when you look at it, our own education aspect is different with other persons that are having these challenges.
Yes.
Because the education is not there, we can't read any pamphlet or any material. So our own mode of accumulating is very different. So the slate and silos and like literature materials and even many materials are very, very expensive. So most of the parents of these, most of our parents cannot be able to afford
Afford them, yes.
The financial handicap they have. So until the need of support from people who to do individuals, government, and also like non-governmental organizations like our mine like it.
Yes.
So, but the problem is that when you look at Indian sex people's handicap, there are so many challenges, typically in the science part, because when they start there, I only have 3 staff left there.
Okay.
So it is a foundation like ours like this, we are taking volunteer teachers, placing them on people to go there and do some certain things with students. So using this medium to call on volunteers, the government should please try, even if possible, to try and employ teachers in that school, because specifically the blind department, we have graduates who are graduated from that have PhD, who are there, who are physically talented, and they have this knowledge, they have this ability, they are able to do this work. So please, they should employ them so that they should do this work.
Okay.
And we, at the level of our non-governmental organization, we also be trying our best to see what to come to support these people, because we are there, we know what the state also we are also issue, and not just at the primary school level, even in the tertiary institution level, like polytechnic and also university, there is this discrimination, because after we graduated from this special school, went to tertiary institution,
Yeah, okay. Yes.
So we are being discriminated in terms of examination, this test, fitness, and other things,
Yes.
Our own mode of writing is different. So some lecturers, in fact, I'm sorry to do this, but they used to, they used to get a lot of discrimination, they look for exclusion. So at least there should be an exclusive, total exclusion for us in any aspect, so that this challenge should be a barrier for us to be able to pursue our
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, because them have been trying.
Yes.
Make sure that they provide all the needs, so that there should be a limit for individuals and contractors that will not anything that will stop them from going. So the major solution, if you cannot read, there is braille. If you cannot write in braille, there are typewriters. If you cannot use typewriter, I mean, bring somebody from their management to
Yes.
speak.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, you are right, sir. You are right. Thank you. Quit that. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution. We still have another caller. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Tell us your name and where you are calling from, please.
My name is Magarwa. I'm calling from Tai.
Okay.
I quite appreciate the program, but I really want to know some 2 things or 3.
Okay.
This money is that we are giving 200,000 naira. Number 1, are we sure we are giving this money to the right people?
Okay.
And secondly, I hope that you are not going to get this money and just go and spend this money, or rather just spend it like that instead of doing a trade or something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Mohammed will answer that question for you, sir.
If you are listening earlier, okay.
Yes.
If you are listening earlier, we said the program, the funds was distributed to people disabled people that are already entrepreneurs, that have
trade.
business or a trade at hand, as this to encourage them in their business. So, and a way to verify this is there are organizations that know these disability people, the kind of businesses they're involved in, so they feel selected the ones businesses, and so that they can they and give them the funds, and subsequently they can start monitoring them and see the progress of their business.
Yeah.
And interesting, earlier Hussein mentioned something about people blind people with disability that are visually impaired. I have a friend, maybe I shouldn't mention his name, but he wasn't born blind. Then later in life, he got this visual impairment problem, and at the beginning, he struggled to operate technology. So he went to this handicap school, and I can attest to this. Within 3 months, he knows how to operate his phone and his laptop.
Whoa.
He will call me. I can see him updating his WhatsApp status.
Uh-uh.
One day I called him, I said, which magic are you doing now? Yeah, I know. He say no. And he started explaining to me how they would tell them. Because now, I think kudos to people in the tech companies, because they are really doing wonderful to integrate this kind of features to help people that are visually impaired to be able to operate some of these technologies. Yes, so I think technologies right now, I think, and also some non-government organizations are doing fantastic, because I think I know personally one of my friend, his name is Awal. One of the programs he's designing is shopping website, and he's visually impaired, and he's also make the website friendly for people that are also visually impaired. So now you can, even when you can't see, but there is a way you can know the kind of product you want to buy. Yeah, so I think that was an interesting thing to witness then. Yes, yeah, it was.
So, listeners, you're onto the program, The Scoop, on NEXTER Radio 97.7. We're talking about people living with disabilities, and we'll be right back.
Now, more music on your favorite station.
97.7.
FM 97.7, and you're on to the program, The Scoop. If you want to be part of this program, you want to give in your contributions, you can call the number 070 77 99 96 91. I'll take that number again, 070 77 99 96 99. And the topic for today is people living with disabilities. So, Mr. Mohammed, let me ask you this question.
Okay, ma.
Yesterday, we saw what happened all over the nation. The First Lady, under the Renewed Hope Initiative, empowered people living with disabilities. Now, how do you think this grant given to them, how do you think the grant given to them can be utilized? How can they utilize that grant to improve their business skills?
Okay. First of all, from the First Lady, I think it's a wonderful initiative, because under the President Tinubu's Renewed Hope Initiative, I think is infrastructure, education, and other things, empowerment. Yes. So I think under economic development, I think, or economic empowerment. So this initiative is wonderful, and the grants given to people with disability can improve them. For example, I know of a cobbler, someone that's fixed shoe, Megara, let me put it that way.
Yeah.
So he has this tiny table and other things, and he has is this I would like
disability?
Yeah, can't move. It's not physically mobile like the rest of us. So giving him this grant will help him expand his business, because now he's only working in maybe 2 square meter. It's not even 2 square, just a little table and a small container that he's working from. Now this $200,000 200,000 naira can go
a very long way.
A long way. So I think this is really wonderful from the First Lady, and doing this across this whole nation.
Yeah.
This is really fantastic. And also kudos to our First Lady here, Ajia Fatima Babu, for this for a wonderful approach to the distribution of the funds, because she had to wait and see that everybody gets their grant before leaving the event. So I think that was wonderful.
So thank you very much, our First Lady, Haja Fatima Bago. Thank you for your strength, because it takes a lot of strength to do what she did yesterday. So how do you think this grant can be sustained and expanded next time? Hajara, can you give us that answer, please? How can it be sustained and expanded?
Well, it's indeed a laudable initiative from the First Lady of the Federation there, and she initiating this under the Renewed Hope Initiative had already said it's going to be an annual thing. So that speaks to sustainability.
Yes. Expansion.
Now, when we're talking about expansion, there is a website, just like our previous guest made us understand that there is a website, and then they have WhatsApp groups where they communicate. Easy communication, and then the website also serves as a hub of gathering information and then getting closer and closer and closer to these people living with disability. So if we are looking at it from the technological aspect, when there is an easy way of communication, these people that are living in villages, in hard to reach areas, are likely to be captured.
Yes.
No, now that speaks to expansion. And I think the measure or the modality of this grant, being it something that is just for people living with disability that are entrepreneurs, will go a long way in making them have the zeal to be self-sustained.
Yes.
If you want to have now you are a disabled person, naturally you need this help.
Yes.
But then you don't want to do anything. You want to stay by the roadside and beg for money. And then something like this is coming from the federal government, and nobody is looking towards your your end.
Yeah.
You understand, because you just want to fold your hands and said, Wahidi, please give me. You understand. So if this is coming to tell you that it's for people that are entrepreneurs, are people that are into businesses, then later, hopefully, for this year, this in Niger State, I took 250 beneficiaries, right? My dear Muhammad, 250 beneficiaries benefited from 200,000 naira each. Hopefully by next year, we should see people that are willing to start up something for themselves.
Yes.
So that when this kind of initiative or this kind of grant is coming up, either from the federal government or even from the state government,
Yes.
because we all know how magnanimous our state governor is.
Yes, very generous.
You know, they will want to also be part of that program or part of such initiative, and then they will start something, and then they know that it's only when you are doing something, only when you are helping yourself, that people that the government is coming to help you. It's not about giving you 200,000 and then after 1 week it is gone, or giving you 100,000 and after 1 week it is gone. So I think if on their part the people living with disability are willing to help themselves, then expansion is already assured.
Yes. So Hussaini, let me ask you this: do you think these people that have been given the grant, do you think they need like a special training or skill acquisition so that they can able to improve on their already
existing business?
Yes, they need special training. We know that it is not all of them that need this special training, because some people have gone far. Like the other time I told you, I know of someone who is into the business of selling cars. And this business is not only in Niger State, from outside country. And this person is a disabled person. So you see, it's not all of them, but I think almost 80% of them need this training.
Yes.
Yes, they need this training seriously. They need it, and they need it so that it will help them in one way or the other to improve their business. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about education. Education and people living with disability. Do you think that they are truly captured in education wise? Because like the caller that called said, most times the materials that they need are a bit expensive. So some parents cannot even afford that material to send their children to school, especially the
visually
impaired
this question was supposed to go for Muhammad, but before you answer, please, I'll just say one thing.
No problem.
If you think, okay, we have a caller.
We have a caller. Let me answer this call. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Once again,
Good morning.
it's Abdulhamid that is back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Abdul Hamid.
Yes, I want to just make a little clarification.
Okay.
And, people don't have us persons with disability. It's not possible with disability, person with special.
With special needs. Thank you for that correction, sir. Thank you.
When we say we are going to target with disability, everybody is virtually
Disabled.
Oh yes. You are right. Thank you for that correction, sir. Thank you very much. And we've taken that correction.
Yes.
Thank
I think
you.
we stick to the theme of the yesterday's event of World Disability Day was. Thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
People with special needs. As an individual that already understands the need for education, and then you feel education is too expensive. There is this adage that said, if you feel education is expensive, too expensive, try ignorance. You understand? If you already know the need or the need or value of education, then I don't want to believe education being too expensive or take education being too expensive as an excuse.
Yeah. I think you are not getting my question. Now, I'm not saying education is too expensive.
The materials,
yes. The visually impaired need special
materials.
I understand. Which are expensive, and some parents cannot afford it.
Yes.
But like he said earlier on, he said that JAM gives them that opportunity. But the learning materials in school, are a bit expensive for
I
parents
understand that very well.
to afford.
And we all understand the Nigerian economy it is doing to all of us. We understand the heat of, you know, not being able to afford some certain things. But if you have a child that is already visually impaired, that child is already